All right, well, today on SA Live, 2 South Texas staples, barbacoa and Big Red in a cupcake combo.
And the recipe that won my wife over, it's the chocolate soufflés. We're going to make them right now on National Chocolate Soufflé Day. There's a day for it. I like that.
And bake it till you make it. A local pastry chef is baking his way to the big time on the Food Network.
Live from Market Square in downtown San Antonio, this is SA Live.
Oh, we have a sweet show planned for you today. Happy Wednesday. I'm Fiona Gorostiza.
And I'm Mike Osterhage.
In our kitchen.
This is, I do this in my kitchen often enough, but this makes me really nervous. Yes.
Are you nervous? The tables have turned. Yes.
I am.
Okay. Now
the timing of
this is your, your chocolate souffle recipe, but it's not so secret.
It was a recipe, the old Gourmet magazine years ago. It was Valentine's for 2, and it's a great little recipe because I've doubled it, I've tripled it, even more so, and it doubles fine. And I mean, if you have more than just 2 people there, and it works out fantastic. Cooks in 15 minutes. So in about 5, 6, 7 minutes, I'm going to pop them in the oven, and just these, it's perfect size. Little whipped cream on top. It's pretty good stuff.
Ooh, all right.
I said, this is what Bonnie says was that was the deciding factor. The chocolate souffle. Yes.
Oh, it's magic too. Okay. Okay. All right. How do we get started? Okay. But before we get started, we want to know, what dessert would you like to learn how to make? Because you've perfected this, right? As you mentioned.
I don't know about perfecting, but it's gotten to the point where it's.
Well, you got Bonnie.
It's pretty. It's a little bit easier. The one that I love doing stuff with crepes. So, be it putting Nutella on them, and what I don't think I've ever made crepe Suzette.
Oh, okay, so that would be yours.
And the orange liqueur and everything like that, so yeah.
Okay, so let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll air some of those ideas a little later on in the show. All right, well, speaking of recipes, how about some green chili quesadillas?
We read about these yesterday, and we were all kind of going, ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. And Grino Cortez from Viva Villa is here, and the skillet's hot, and we've got...
The skillet's hot.
Oh, my goodness, this looks fantastic.
I'm actually showing y'all a brand new thing we have in H-E-B stores right now, and it's our roasted tomatillo sauce. So you get this on our enchiladas verdes in all of our restaurants, but now you can take it home with you, which is even
my
better.
Goodness.
And we
bring me Tierra right into your home.
And give it to friends. And we came up with half a dozen recipes.
It can go on quesadillas, on scrambled eggs, anything like that,
on
right?
Scrambled eggs. We made green chili pork the other day. So we're going to start, in your crock pot. How easy is that?
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
So you might see us sampling around at H-E-B these coming weekends. So stay tuned for that.
All righty.
All right.
So we're going to start over here. We're going to make a sweet corn pico de gallo.
Okay.
And that's going to top our quesadillas. And really, you can top any tacos with that. So you're going to start and add the corn over here.
So all of this?
Let's do about half of it.
Half of this?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And then you're going to add your basic pico de gallo recipe ingredients. So it's a tomato. You can add all of that. We'll add about half of that jalapeno. It's kind of a lot.
Okay.
And
Let's do just
unless you like it spicy.
No, we do like it spicy. All
Speaking of spicy, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the green
this
sauce?
is 1. So we even put mild on here. So it's mainly the roasted tomatillos that bring forth all that flavor.
Okay.
We have chicken stock in here. We bring all the flavor with the roasting of the vegetables. And there's a little bit of poblano in there, but it's cooked enough and de-seeded so that you don't get that spice.
So if somebody wants to kick it up, they can add something extra.
Yeah, they can add some more of this.
You get all the good flavor to it.
And one of the interesting things that we found is that when we were sampling at H-E-B's this past weekend, these kids would try it. And they loved it. And so then the moms would come by and say, okay, I'm putting 2 in my cart now, which was the best thing.
You're smart to do that. It's happened to me too.
So now that this is nice and hot, we're going to make a good little basic quesadilla. So we're going to just add a little bit. I'll add a little bit for you.
A little olive oil?
A little olive oil.
Okay.
And if that's hot.
It's okay. I think I can.
We're just going to do, you want to toast that tortilla. You can hear that sizzling.
So you do toast it in a little bit of oil, not in a dry pan?
Not in a dry pan. You could do it in a dry pan if you want, but you get a really good flavor if you have a little bit of oil. That olive oil comes across nicely.
Okay.
And just for the filling, this is how easy it is. It's shredded rotisserie chicken, and you just add the sauce straight to it until it's nice and covered.
No specific amounts or anything like that.
So you just want to, make it a little bit soupy so it's nice and covered, and that's all. And so we're actually going to add, and I'm going to let you in on a secret. We forgot our cheese that's over here. But we're going to make it with a little bit of queso fresco.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and
just
add
sprinkle
this
that on there. So you flipped it once.
You flipped it once just so it's nice, and you can go ahead and add that.
I like lots of cheese. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's always nice if it sprinkles off into the pan a little bit.
And then it gets kind of brown, like
there you
cheddar
go.
cheese.
Yes.
Just like we have right here.
Yes,
and then you can add that on top right there.
Now, can you?
This is perfect. We'll add the cilantro.
Okay.
How much do you need to make it not too thick?
Not too thick, and it also depends how hungry you are. Some people like very little cheese. Some people like more cheese, less meat. It's really up to your preference and what your guests like.
Yeah, and the thing with this too is, you know, other than the rotisserie chicken, which you buy at the grocery store and shred, it's real simple. I mean, we're making this in real time, obviously.
Absolutely, yes. And then we can go ahead and top it with our next.
Okay.
And then we're gonna flip it.
So right now?
Yes.
Give it a good flip, okay.
And then Fiona added our cilantro. We're gonna put some lime juice in there, about half that amount.
Okay.
And then a pinch of salt, just to taste. And you've got this fresh corn pico de gallo, and really you can eat that with chips if you wanted. You can put it on a soup. You can do lots of things.
That sounds really good, just with some chips like that.
Right.
Great side dish.
Okay, there we go.
So that looks awesome.
Okay.
As soon as it's nice and toasty, you can put that over here and we'll cut it and y'all can try it. So we actually sell this in 106 different HEBs, all the ones with the Cooking Connection stores. So we've got it in Houston, in Austin, in the Valley, in San Antonio.
Just representing.
I know.
Yes. Are there any plans for any future sauces?
Yes. So we've got 2 more sauces in research and development right now. We've got a few margarita mixes that we're working on.
All right.
Can start the fiesta at home.
Okay. And just slice that up just like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And y'all want to try it?
Sure.
You can top it with a little corn pico de gallo.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
And again, the green sauce, just the good flavors
Good
coming out.
flavors, exactly.
Great stuff.
That's fantastic. As we talk with our mouth full. You know, this recipe is on our app right now. Go to the app. It is really simple. You find it, and there it is. The green chili chicken quesadillas with the sweet corn pico de gallo. And let me tell you, it is tasty.
All right, for more information on all the La Familia Cortez restaurants, just head to lafamiliacortez.com.
Well, you know, of course, there are so many talented people. And just in the past probably 10, 15 years, the restaurants and the culinary talent in this town has really, really gone up. Great food around here.
Oh, yeah, and one local baker is baking his way to the big time. Our resident foodie, David Elder, had the chance to stir up some sweets with him. Take a look.
Hey, it's David Elder with SA Live. I'm up here at a local chocolate shop in Stone Oak, and with me today is Chef Ignacio Nacho Aguirre. Now, Nacho is just, everybody calls you Nacho though, right?
That's right.
And he's going to be a contestant on the Food Network Spring Baking Championship coming up on March 12th at 8 o'clock. And you're actually going to be showing us a recipe that you enjoy, right? This is actually one that you make quite often.
Yeah, actually it's one of the most famous recipes. It's called mostachon. It's pretty fresh. It has fresh strawberries. It has whipped cream, and it's super fresh for the spring.
So what's the first thing we do?
Okay, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to get ready our meringue.
Okay.
So we're just gonna put our 4 egg whites into our mixer. So just start whipping up the white, the egg whites, until they become white and fluffy.
Okay.
Is when you want to add the sugar. Okay, so you see how it's forming peaks now?
Yes.
Okay, so now we start adding the sugar little by little.
Little by little.
There you go.
Like
just go. Okay, so there you go. When it starts getting very shiny and it forms peak, that means that your meringue is set.
All right, so we have our meringue right here. What's the next step that we do?
Okay, the next step is that you want to add the consistency to your mostachon, which in this case are crackers and pecans.
Grinding and shaking it up.
Exactly, you got to shake it up.
Dump it all in.
So you add the dried ingredients.
Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there.
Then we're going to fold, okay? So you scrape and go to the middle. Scrape and go to the middle. You need to keep the air inside the meringue in order to have sustenance, okay?
And how much vanilla do you think?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. And you got to be careful with your extracts, right? You don't want to add too much.
Exactly.
People use that extract way too much, right?
Oh, yes.
You got to watch out with the extract.
The judges hate
extract. I know. Then you have your pans, and I saw you grease these already,
exactly.
right? Yeah.
You have to pre-grease it because otherwise the meringue is going to get stick to it. And then you put the other one. But you have it like that. You just even it out a little bit on the mold. Never tap it.
I was going to say, you never shake or tap. Okay.
No, you never tap the meringue base cake.
All right. You put them onto a pan.
So you put it in the pan.
Okay.
And then you bake it for 35 minutes at a 325-degree oven.
That came right out of the oven. Make sure it's cooled down before you get started on anything.
Exactly. So I put a little bit of it.
Nice.
Okay, and then we start with the bottom crust. And start putting a lot of whipped cream on the middle. So you have the first layer in. We have to make sure that it looks good.
Yeah.
So the outside layer, I'm gonna put my strawberries nice so they show.
And now you're not actually the first one from your family, though, to participate in the Food Network.
Actually, my wife Susana was on season 2.
Did you and your wife, did you guys put like a wager on? Did you guys bet? Did you see it? You guys, we're going to be sharing out the recipe here on SALive.com. Just click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. And don't forget to tune in March 12th at 8 o'clock. You can see Nacho over here representing San Antonio on the Spring Baking Championship on Food Network. You're doing a great job. Great things for San Antonio. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, he had whipped cream on his face.
Oh, and here it is for us to try. Mike is going to take a bite, and you can catch him during that competition on March 10th on the Food Network. March 12th. Excuse us.
Oh, my goodness.
March 12th on the Food Network.
And the whipped cream on here.
Is it better than your chocolate souffle? Ooh, delays of snow!
Coming up, here, I'm just going to take a bite and keep my mouth shut.
All right. Mike is putting on his chef's hat for National Chocolate Souffle Day. He's sharing a special recipe with us next. Plus, soothe, shine, and rejuvenate. We're helping you swing into spring with a new skincare routine. And get this, some of the products are under 20 bucks. Stay with us. It's that time again. Time to vote for the next Go Public Cool School.
This March, Go Public is featuring 3 programs from Lackland ISD. Their Student Council, Let's Talk program, and their Student-to-Student program.
Let's check in to see who's winning so far. Student-to-Student. There it is, 53%, 902 votes.
Student Council is not far behind.
Remember, you can continue to vote. For more information on Go Public and all the wonderful things they're doing, you can visit wegopublic.com. Now to show you who's making all that noise, it wouldn't be National Chocolate Souffle Day without our very own Mike Osterhage's famous chocolate souffle recipe. This
not
is
my
famous
recipe
in your
again,
house, right? Again,
but I have used it for years and years and years. And it's the nice thing about it is it's a very simple recipe because sometimes making full-size chocolate souffles, you worry about them and they take forever and all that. But these are individual. You can double it, triple it, quadruple it, the recipe.
So this is the Osterhage seal of approval.
So it has my wife's seal of approval on it. So what we start off with, this is the same bowl I just used, so it's a little bit dirty. But
it's okay.
The dry ingredients we start off with, and you'll find this on the website there. We've got sugar, there's a pinch of salt in there, some flour, cocoa powder, and then what you're going to do is take, and this is not cold right now, but the butter, and you have to cut that tablespoon of butter in there. No, I mean, put it in there, and then you cut it in so it's all kind of,
okay.
And you got to get it all
Well, at least it's softened up a little bit, so it's not so bad.
So once you finally do all of that, and for TV purposes, then you put in chopped baker's chocolate.
Okay.
And about a half an ounce of that. And what that would do then is go into a saucepan with some boiling milk in there.
Okay.
And again, the amounts and ingredients are on the website.
And about how long does that take?
And just a couple of minutes. You just want to kind of cook the flour out just a little bit.
Right.
And what you will end up with then
is this mess.
Is this mess. This is the chocolate and the flour all cooked together. You have to let this cool, and then you put in 1 egg yolk.
Okay.
So stir in 1 egg yolk.
There we go.
If you don't let it cool down, you're going to have scrambled eggs.
Ah,
so that's why you have to let it cool. And you can't be
get
gentle
in
with
there.
It. Yeah.
All right. No, I'll be rough. Okay.
So as you're doing that, then what we're going to do is beat up 2 egg whites.
We're so violent right now.
So we have 1 right there. And also the trick is when you're doing egg whites, make sure that you separate the separating. So separate this one. I already put one into the bowl right there. Separate that one out, because if you have any yolk in there at all, they won't fluff up.
It won't fluff up.
It won't fluff up. So make sure you don't contaminate the other. So this one's all set to go right there with a pinch of salt. And then we're going to whip this up real quickly. And
I'm working hard over here.
You are. So that's pretty good.
That's good. Okay.
That's very good there.
All right.
And the nice thing about this with the a souffle, the good presentation, it's kind of got that classic little.
Look at how fluffy that is.
And another trick, cream of tartar works with egg whites too, but also there's a reaction with copper. And that's why you use an unlined copper bowl like this, and it reacts with the chemicals in the egg whites.
It looks lighter than air.
Just about. And that's the whole deal, is you want to get a lot of air into the egg whites so it is nice and fluffy. And that should be pretty good right there. And what we're going to do is put about 1/4 of this in there. Now stir that up really well. And as you stir that up, just to loosen that, then what we're going to do is fold the egg whites in, and we're going to butter some ramekins here and put some sugar in them. And then what we're going to do, we've got this cooking right now, and we're going to make up the whipped cream. Look at them rising. Ooh, look at that. Look at that right there. Yep. All right.
Oh, stay with us, because we're going to finish it coming up right after the break to complete Mike's chocolate souffle recipe. Plus, it's the ultimate cupcake combo. Listen up, folks. Seriously, two San Antonio favorites create the ultimate sweet treat. Barbacoa, yes, you heard me right, Big Red, together on a cupcake. Oh, it's happening.
God bless America.
And we're back with Osterhage in the kitchen here at SA Live.
What you want to do is you don't stir, you fold, so you keep the egg whites nice and fluffy here, so it keeps it fluffy. And while I'm finishing up that, what you can do is butter the ramekins. You spread butter in there, and then what you're going to do is put sugar in. And while you're doing that, we've got about 2 minutes on the soufflés over here. The topping, just some good old whipping cream here, and if you want to get really tasty, just put a splash of some orange liqueur in there. Just a.
You know this show, yeah. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit of sugar, right?
Right, yeah, just pour some sugar in there and then just roll it around so it's all nice and coated. That's so they come out very easily. And another tip with if you're whipping up cream, and obviously it's not, but make sure your pan and the cream is very, very cold. It'll whip up a lot better.
Okay.
Come on, whipped cream. You can do it. And the nice thing is this is good for a fancy dinner, or even just the ingredients are basically right in your pantry, and you can...
Because it doesn't need a whole lot.
No,
it really doesn't.
And it's very inexpensive. And I'll tell you what, for time purposes, I'm going to pull these babies out right now.
Now, when is the right time to pull them out of the oven? Because soufflés can be tricky.
I put a 15-minute timer on it.
Look at your oven mitts. Wow. Are those... I didn't even see those till right now.
Are they what?
Oh, they're matching. Oh, there's a set.
Here, would you take the powdered sugar, please?
Wait, no, the sugar. I'm sorry. Okay, yes.
Now, hang on. I want to put them on the. I've got to pick them up. They're really hard to pick up here.
Oh,
so.
Well, with those mitts, those napkins. Did you fold those napkins?
Yes, I did.
Like you know how to do that? You're You're like an onion. I just peel the layers back.
Okay, take some powdered sugar and just sprinkle it on top.
Got it?
Okay.
You tell me when.
And that's plenty.
Okay.
And then we're just going to take a nice little dollop of the whipped cream. You put it in there. And Fiona, I want you, here.
Ah, yes.
To dig in. And I will do this one.
Okay.
So.
Here we go. I'm going to grab
this. And it's going to be, It's still really hot, so I'm going to put a little hole there. And then take some of the whipped cream and put it right down in there. There we go.
Okay, it looks hot.
It's very hot.
You want me to take a bite?
Sure, a big bite.
This is to get me back for the oven mitts, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have burned fingers right now, so I'm happy. So, yeah. It's a nice, simple recipe. Still kind of a little bit creamy on the inside, but with that whipped cream in there.
Oh, my goodness. Osterhage, it's good. Oh, yeah.
And so the social comments were, what dessert, fancy dessert, or not fancy, would you like to do? And she says, tres leches cake. Oh, my goodness, that's a good one.
Oh, no, that's one of my favorites is a tres leches cake.
You do like that a lot, don't you?
I do.
I know. So,
All right. Tomorrow on SA Live, painting on silt, intricate beading, a talented local designer is going to show us how.
Yes, indeed. And
Mom. Welcome back to SA Live. Beautiful, right?
I know, it's gorgeous out here.
The sun's out. I forgot. I almost forgot what it looks like.
Though.
Yeah, it is humid. All right, well, these next performers light up the stage with their unique sound of music.
Yes, they do. Hill Country Revival is a Texas-based band known for their combination of country flair and southern rock. And they recently debuted a new single, That's What I Think Too. You can catch them perform live at R&J's Pavilion Saturday, March 10th at 9 p.m. For ticket information, visit SALive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Hill Country Revival, take it away. again, you can catch Hill Country Revival perform live at R&J's Pavilion Saturday, March 10th at 9 p.m. For ticket information, visit SALive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. I love that music. Fiona.
All right, well, coming up next on the show, swing into spring with an updated skincare routine. Check out this right here. This lip balm from Weeds Natural Skincare. Lika, what are some of the benefits of it?
Well, one of the benefits of this lip balm is that it's all natural, it's organic, it's made with natural mica pigment powders and organic flavors, so it tastes good, it's healthy for you, and it gives you this nice pigment like a lip gloss, but it feels like a lip balm.
All right, well, we have more skincare products that are perfect for spring, and some of them are under 20 bucks. Mike?
All right, gentlemen, admit it. Sometimes you don't like talking about certain health issues. Or ladies, maybe your husband is kind of, not really wanting to talk about stuff. Well, here to talk about it is the man himself, Roman Garcia. And we're talking about Mayo Medical Group, right?
Yep, and always happy to talk about it, Mike. You know a little bit about weather, and spring's coming around.
Right.
And before you know it, weather's getting good. Everyone's going to be outside, and you want to look good, right? I was one of those guys that I hadn't realized how much weight I had gained through the years. And I started looking at pictures of myself and went, oh my gosh, and it was just really bad.
And the older you get, it's harder,
Yes.
going to the gym and everything to lose, the
yeah, and it creeps up on you.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, you look at a picture, that one they just showed, you could see how big I got. And then the difference here, I mean, again, till I'm looking at pictures of myself, I don't, recognize how drastic the difference is. And then I'll run into people and they say, God, Roman, you're like half the size you used to be, which that seemed dramatic. But when I look at those pictures, they're about right.
So did you diet? Did you hit the gym?
I tell you what, someone said, Roman, check your testosterone because you're getting older, your metabolism's going down, that's why your energy's down, all this stuff. I hadn't heard anything about getting testosterone checked, but I went into Mayo Medical, they did a quick blood profile on me. Sure enough, my numbers were really low. I should have been around 800 on up, and I was like in the 220s.
Now, when you said did a quick blood profile, they just drew blood and
simple as that? Yeah, I sat there for a little bit. They came back and said, look, you
got the results right then?
I got the results that day, right then and there. They said your testosterone's low, you're low on vitamin D and vitamin B. And so I got started on a program, and I'd say within a couple of weeks, I was sleeping better. Just sleeping like a rock. Because, I don't know about you, but like I felt like at night I never really slept well. I heard the dog bark, I heard a car drive by, all this kind of stuff. But I started sleeping really good. My energy started getting up, and I tell you what, the weight started coming off.
Now, what does the therapy consist of? Is it a shot? Is it a pill?
It's a shot, or sometimes people want to do pellets or different things like that. So there's a couple different ways they can do it, and so it's just based on what you want, what your need is. And it's very simple, though. That's the thing. There's no big rocket science to it. The bottom line is your testosterone drops as you get older, and there's something you can do about it. So we replace it.
So even though you didn't, start dieting and really pounding it at the gym or anything like that, you started trimming the weight.
Dropped 40 pounds.
You were doing the shot or taking a pill.
Right. Yeah, I dropped 40 pounds total. I put on 10 pounds of muscle. And again, I'm not trying to brag. It is what it is. So,
you always throw that one in.
I just kind of I flex a little bit when I say, Mike.
You want to point which way to the beach?
It just so happens. Right. It's that way. So, but it's just one of those things. So I'm excited about the results. Obviously, my wife's excited about the results because, she was tired of being married to a fat guy, I guess. So, but it's been great. My energy's up. I'm doing more around the house.
And you've got a special going on too.
Yes, we do. And so here's the great thing: no risk. You can come in, Mayo Medical, they're going to do a free consultation for you for the first 10 callers. So get your numbers checked, see where you're at, and you can call or you can text. Again, if you're at work or you're don't want to get on the phone.
All right, $200 to $300 value. Call 210-361-1203. That's 210-361-1203, or go online to mayomedicalgroup.com. Thank you, Roman. We'll be back.
Swing into spring with an updated skincare regimen. Joining me today is Lika Torline, owner of In the Weeds, a natural skincare, and you're going to share a few tips and products. Some of these are under 20 bucks, which is great. And the great thing is it's all natural ingredients, right?
They're all natural, made with certified organic ingredients. Also, I'm a licensed esthetician, so I specialize in skincare, skin conditions, skin allergies. You hate your skin for some reason, I can probably help you.
You can fix it. You can help fix it. Okay, so why is it so important for folks to moisturize, especially as they start to get older?
Okay, so moisturizing is very important because the older you get, the more dehydrated your skin gets. And as your skin ages, it loses elasticity. And if you have oily skin, a lot of people want to stay away from moisture, but that's when you want to keep on putting it on. Don't shy away from moisture because that's what's going to keep us looking youthful in future years.
Amen. All right. Okay.
So we got to plan for the future.
So this first product here, what exactly is it? Because it does several things, right?
Yes. So Dollface is an exfoliant and it's also a mask. If you want to scoop it around a little bit, it's organic sugar, organic lemon, and raw honey based scrub and mask. It is the bread and butter of my business, and I actually won a grant for it that paid for my entire website. It's good for sunspots, age spots, acne scars, it tightens pores. It's amazing.
So you can put it on as a mask or use it to exfoliate.
Yes.
So if you have it on as a mask, how long would you leave it on?
I recommend it as a mask once a week for about 10 minutes, and then every other night, only at night, for about a minute or two. But you always rinse it off with cool water because you want to keep those oils on your skin, so it's like a light moisturizer as well.
All right. Now this next product right here is incredibly interesting. I didn't know lotion could be like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is one of my favorites because I do a lot of dishes. Just because I'm the owner doesn't mean that I'm not in the kitchen doing washing my hands and with all the oils. So for lack of better terms, it's like a chapstick for your body.
Okay.
So if you buy another lotion, one of the first two ingredients is water. So you're buying a diluted version. So it stays hard in the tube, but it melts to your body temperature. You can go between your knuckles. That's where I get all the cracks, and sometimes it gets a little ugly in the wintertime, and that one's got a chamomile-infused oil, so it's good for dry, itchy skin, eczema, and psoriasis.
Just gonna move over this way to keep it even. Okay.
And also doubles as an insect repellent for really small children or infants.
Oh, right. So it works for kids in that respect.
If they get bit, it'll help with the itchiness of the bite, and then it'll prevent future bites with that lavender.
And so for the adults, there's something a little bit stronger, right?
We have our Buzzkill Balm, and this one is a stronger concoction. It has a couple essential oils. If I didn't mention, all of our products are made with essential oils or infusions. And those essential oils are really, really good and powerful for keeping those mosquitoes away.
All right, and real quickly, because we're out of time, let's finish right here because you've got some candles too.
So yes, this is our soy candle. We have wooden wicks. They're really, really gentle, and I want to show you something.
Okay.
If you have children, this is really, really good because they won't burn.
Okay.
But let's get you around over here.
All right, okay.
So we can pour it on you, and it actually acts as a moisturizer too. So you can actually rub that into your hands.
And it was warm, but it wasn't scalding.
Yeah, so if you have children, those are the candles that, keep those little kids around and burn the candle and worry free.
All right, we'll be right back with more after this.
Just when you didn't think barbacoa and Big Red could get any better, make it into a cupcake. Yes, indeed. It's like just a little slice of heaven here from Christopher Espinoza. You and your buddy are the Baker Dads.
We
you
are
a couple of sugar daddies, right?
We've been doing this since about April of 2017. And so we've come up with all different kinds of recipes to be able to do that. Today we're going to do Big Red and barbacoa.
So to start off, it's just an ordinary cupcake recipe, right?
Correct.
All right. So I've got to ask, how did you come up with this?
Well, we were sitting around on New Year's and we had made menudo and barbacoa, and we had Big Red. And so we thought, why don't we try making a Big Red and barbacoa cupcake?
Why not? It's New Year's, right?
So David didn't want to put the barbacoa actually on the cupcake. He wanted just to make a Big Red cupcake and eat barbacoa on the side. But I said, no, let's put it on the cupcake.
Okay.
So that's what we did.
Normal cupcake recipe. We've got butter, eggs, vanilla, a little bit of baking powder and baking soda.
A pinch of salt.
Okay.
And sugar and flour.
All right.
So just your basic recipe.
You get that all creamed in there, and then we would add the flour to it, obviously.
And then food coloring. We didn't bring that today, but that's okay. Food coloring, and then about a cup of Big Red. So this is about a cup of Big Red.
And you put that right into the batter?
Right into the batter.
Okay. Have you always been a fan of Big Red and barbacoa?
I mean, I like it.
Okay, so this would all get
mixed together.
Mixed up together.
You could add some food coloring if you wanted to make it a little more red.
All right, and then
we would put it in the oven for 350.
Just a nice ice cream scoop.
18 minutes. So you want to fill it up about 3/4 of the way.
Maybe not that high, but we're going a little extra
that's okay.
today.
So the higher the better.
All right.
So when you do that, then we'll bake it for 350.
Okay.
18 minutes, and we come out with that.
And look at how delicious those are. Now, okay, there's the Big Red. One time. Now comes the second time for the Big Red.
So we have a straw,
right?
And we just kind of put a little bit of Big Red inside of it to infuse it. So most bakers use a simple syrup. So this is another type of simple syrup because that's what soda's made out of.
Okay, and so that's Big Red twice.
Correct.
And then there's a third Big Red ingredient to this.
And so then we would take the cupcake out.
Okay.
And we would frost it.
And now this is just a regular...
This is just regular buttercream frosting.
With Big Red.
With Big Red in it. That's correct. So we would just make a circle.
And then...
Leave the middle open.
Okay.
And then just plop a piece of barbacoa on there.
Okay. I know. Fiona's over there going, oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Okay, I've got to try this while you're doing it. And while I'm taking a bite of this, if you can get a shot right there along the front.
Hang on.
Okay, well,
I got it.
There you go.
I got to taste this. Okay.
These are all cupcakes in jars, which is such a great idea. So what do we have here, for instance?
That one is a banana split. So it's banana cake with vanilla frosting. It has pineapples, cherry, and chocolate syrup.
And where can people get these?
You can buy them online through our website, TexasSugarDaddies.com. Or you can message us through Facebook or Instagram, and we'll be happy to get back to you. We sell them for $36 a dozen in the jars.
So what's the next creation besides Barbacoa and Big Red?
So
I don't know. They just come to us, so we've got to figure out which one.
Okay.
You would think that it doesn't taste good, but it does.
They would not.
It does.
I think meat on a cupcake.
It's
I don't think meat on a cupcake.
Combination. Christopher, thank you very much. And for more information on Texas Sugar Daddies, visit SALive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. We'll be back. Barbacoa Big Red cupcakes.
And there's more, shockingly, more food on the show tomorrow.
Go figure. And some Easter crafts. Easter is 1 month from tomorrow, believe it or not.
We'll probably be eating
Let's come up with some new